having grown up watching the movie, Sarafina movie, it really excited me, and I always wanted to play the role of Sarafina. But as a teacher now, having producing it is even, I mean, it's a bigger deal for me now that I get to teach the kids the histories of apartheid in South Africa and how they can apply in their life right now.
I'm a lover of music, and I remember when I was younger, I used to watch Sarafina quite a lot. And for me, what Sarafina what it means to me is how children can fight for their future, for their land, for their country, for a better tomorrow.
It's a story about students, and who better to relate to this story than students themselves. So Africans telling African stories, and specifically African stories that have historical context, things that happened that should never happen again. So this is a story that we need to keep telling and telling and telling.
Tomorrow, bring back Nelson Mandela, bring him back home.
When I heard of Sarafina in the academy, I didn't know what it was about. So I went and watched the whole movie, and apparently the Sarafina character just caught my attention. I loved everything about her. I loved how she carried herself, the lines she was delivering. I loved the challenges she was going through because I related to most of them. And so I thought it would be so good for me to try an audition for that character. And that's what gave me the drive, and I went for the audition, and luckily I got the chance.
There's a massive pool of talent here, and there are kids who, for example, have never been part of a musical or even knew what a musical was before, or have never been on stage, have never explored their singing talent, their dancing talent, their direction talent. So just to tap into these talents and tell them, yo, this is actually an opportunity, this is something that you could make into a career.
I'll say I'm a proud teacher. I've seen these kids grow to be really, really amazing actors, singers, and dancers. People who didn't think they could sing, people who didn't think they could act, they can now express themselves better, communicate better. Some of them have learned leadership skills through here. We have students who are directing, stage managing, and these are students who didn't even know they have that in them. And seeing this production stretch them to the best of who they can be has really made me proud.
We've tried to respect the South African story, because this is a story about the kids from South Africa and what they went to in their fight for liberation and equality. We have, however, adapted it in the sense that we have combined aspects of the movie, we have combined aspects of the original Broadway stage play, and we have added some elements of our own that we feel connect to the kids from this generation better.
Designing the costumes, I just went with the vision that the director had. Actually, all the props were done by students. It's just guiding them what we need for which scene, and then the student director, who was also in charge of the visual arts, we just told him what we needed, and he directed his fellow art students to come up with the props.
Playing Sarafina is something that I never thought about myself, and it was pushing me out of my comfort zone. I didn't know where to start in the first place. It was just like taking a risk, and that's one of the things. I've learned how to be a risk taker. I didn't know where I was heading. I just decided to start it all and learn through the process.
The reason why we're staging Sarafina is to create awareness about the academy, and especially about the music program, and to be able to be a self-sustaining program in itself, that it can be able to generate its own revenue and hence support more students, help students discover themselves more. And who knows, the future director of Sarafina could be in that cast, you know. So help a dream is my biggest element to take away from it.